Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, and it's time for your weekly Facebook Live. This is Darlene from DarleneStampinSpot.com, and I'm so excited to be back here with you. I missed a couple of Fridays. I had retreat, and then my sister had this really big garage clean out, and it was Monday, but then it ran over to Friday. They had to come back Friday as well. So leave it to me organizing. Give a shout out to all those Lindsay and all of her ladies. They are amazing. She's here on Facebook. You can find her or message me, and I'm happy to send you her info. So that being said, it is Friday. Hey, see you guys jumping in. Say hello when you get here. Let me know who's watching. It's always more fun to know who it is, but it's always more fun just with friends. So I'm so glad you guys are showing up to see what I have in store for you for today. I've got an extra sweet watermelon treat for you today. Yeah. So what did I do with, was trying to finish up the template, the cut, so that you would have a cutting diagram. So yeah. All right. Well, it is Friday, February 16th, 2024. And this is your weekly Facebook Live. And I've just got to put adhesive on a couple of places, and this is going to be ready to share with you. And I also I sent an email earlier that I was going live today to remind you, because I did miss the last couple of Fridays. So there was the reminder that I'm going live, and then there is a link in there for my Zoom, our online bingo that we're having this month. It's actually next week on Thursday, and you still have plenty of time to sign up. So yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I believe you have through, actually it's not next week, it's the week after. It's the 22nd. No, wait, that is next week, isn't it? Good Lord. I gotta look at a calendar. It's the 22nd. That's next Thursday, right? Goodness. Yes. So next Thursday. So you have until Monday to sign up and register for that. And so if you're not on my email list and you want to be, there's a link for it in the description as soon as this live video is over. Hey guys. Hello, welcome. Yay, friends. So excited. Yeah, so there'll be a link in the description of this video after it's over with all of my info, like, yeah, all the fun things. And then I'll do a post on a separate post just on this page as well. Yeah, so bingo's coming up, and also I've got this pretty watermelon ice cream swirl. We're playing with watermelon today, but ice cream is for later. So I have this is my monthly class this month for the month of February. However, it is an online or a in-person class. However, I can't hold it until March 2nd. So it is my February class, but the registration, all that's in February. But the live class will be on March 2nd at Trilogy Pizza out on Stone Oak. And I just got that confirmation with the owner there right before I went live. So I will send another email, sorry to bombard you with possibly 2 in a day, but it'll have the link to register for this class. And so in this class, you make 6 projects. So there's 1, 2, 3 cards. The 4th card is a fun fold. Look how fun that is. And then we have a super cute gift card holder. And then we have the little treat box that I try to always make it coordinate with one of the cards. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but so this one I happen to choose paper that coordinates with that one because the little dots on the Debbie cake coordinate, and you know, I like it all to be matchy-matchy. Of course, you're going to have your own paper to cut, and you can choose whatever patterns you like. So in this class, you get the project packet with all 6 projects. Words are hard. You get a full package of the Baker's Twine 3 color pack. You get a full package of the adhesive back rainbow dots. And then you get a 1/4 of a pack of the lighter than air designer series paper. And if you want to add on the bundle, you can do that in your registration, and I'll take care of the tax and shipping on this. I do have a to-go option available. And that's $7 to ship, or you can arrange a porch pickup. So get on my email list, sign up for it. Clearly, if you're on it, you know that I do not bombard you with emails. But I do like to send you things for class registrations and sales and, you know, just like important stuff that I want to share with you. So, all right, so that's that class. And then we've got my Friday and Saturday of next week. We're doing a huge D-Stash sale. So we did this last month as a BOGO, and you guys were so awesome and you loved it so much. And so we're going to do it again, but this time we're not doing it as a BOGO. So it's just strictly, you buy this and you give me that, you know, kind of thing. So, because you're not getting, you know, like to pick a celebration or anything like that, because it's not a BOGO, I'm marking down all of my little Dollar Tree things to 50 cents. And I really need all of it to go. So I want to have somebody else be able to use what I have left over from craft fair season from, well, last year and the year before. So yeah, so they're it's all brand new items. Full packages that, you know, cost $1.25, and you're going to get it for 50 cents. So that's happening right here on the same page. So it'll be a Facebook Live next Friday at 3, my normal time, and then I'll go live at 6:30 Friday night and Saturday night. So it'll be super fun, and just come and hang out, you know, see what it is. See what it is. It's going to be lots of fun. So there's that. Okay. Let's get into the project. This is my February host code in case you do want to place an order. It is still celebration, so one of the stamp sets that I'm using is free with a $50 purchase. We used it at Bingo, and I've used it a couple other times, but I'm not sure that I've actually done it with a Facebook Live. But we're using Watercolor Melon. It gets me every time. Every time I think I'm going to say it the right way, then I don't. Anyway. Watercolor Melon. This is free with a $50 order. And yeah, you can pick whatever you want, but this is one of the items. Yeah. So then I'm also bringing in a couple of others. We've got sketched plaid, which I thought would be fun. And then for my sentiment, because there aren't any in that set, we're going to use Sweetest Cherries for that birthday greeting. Oh, and then my chamois. Okay, so I'll put the chamois on top because I don't need these other things. So let's start with, do you guys want to see the project? I can show you the project first, and then we can make the box. Or we should probably do stamping first. Nope, let's make the box first. Okay. So I've got some Granny Apple Green cardstock here, and let me scoot this over. Pardon my reach. I've got to grab the paper trimmer got shoved to the back. Okay. So you want to start now. We're gonna make our own DSP this time. We're gonna make our own pattern paper using that sketched plaid stamp. And so I want to get the most out of your cardstock. If you put this in with the 8.5 inch side up at the top, and we're going to cut this at 5 1/8. And 5 1/8 is the second mark right after the 5. The first mark is 16ths, and then the second one, it begins 8ths. So we're going to put it in at 5 1/8 and cut it. And then I'll have to open up the arm here because then we need to go to 7 1/8. So same thing. So second line right after the 7. Okay, this, oh goodness, what happened? Oh, it didn't cut all the way through when I moved it. Hang on, hold please. That was my malfunction. There we go. Well, see, I mess up all the time. Okay, so now I can close the arm, but we're gonna leave this out. This is your box. But while we have the trimmer out, let's go ahead and take this, the last piece that we just cut off. And hi, Elaine. Thanks for popping in. So we're gonna cut this down to 3. And then we're gonna make it the 5 3/4. And I'm gonna have all the measurements for you. I've already got the PDF written up. I just have to drop in the picture and the video. So this is your strap. And the stamp is not as big as, it's not 5 3/4 inches. We're gonna go ahead and cut this down to 2.5. So you've got both of these pieces we're gonna stamp on. We're gonna do one more bit of cutting, but we need to stamp first. So I'm gonna bring in the sketched plaid. And I don't even put the sticker on here. I don't mount it on a block. I just set it up here on my desk. And I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. Let me see, I got my stamps right there. And here's my ink. I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. You, of course, can make your watermelons whatever color you want. I really like Granny Apple Green and Sweet Sorbet, so that's what we're using. So I'm just going to ink this up just like that. And then I'm going to bring in, well, now I got to remember which way is the 3. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter, but this pattern is actually going to end up being different than the other 2, but it's okay because it's on the back. And then this one is going to come in like this. And then that way they both fit because we cut it down. And then I need my, just some scratch paper. And I'm kind of holding on to that cardstock. Hi, Gail. Happy Friday. I'm kind of holding on to that cardstock while I'm moving my hand around, getting that ink to get onto the cardstock. So we're making our own pattern paper. And then lift that off. And then, so you don't get completely messy, I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool to pick that up. And look how fun that is. I love it. And pick this one up. Okay. And then we're going to pick this whole thing up and close the stamp set. And I will clean it after, I promise. I just don't have any place to put it. You would think with the whole room. Okay, now let's do the last bit of cutting before we do everything else. So now this piece that, this is the 2.5. So the smaller one, you leave alone. And hopefully this will make sense once you see what I'm doing. So this is 3. Nope, that's not 3. So the 3-inch side. So the other side that is 3 1/4, we're going to cut that in half at 1 5/8. So you're going to go to 1 1/2, and then you need to go to the 8th mark, which is the second one. Because remember, the first mark after is a 16th. So you come up here to 1 5/8, and we're going to slice that. Okay, and then I'm going to keep them to where the pattern stays straight. All right, now we're done with the trimmer. I'm pretty sure. Let me grab my piece for my box, which is now kind of funky because it didn't cut. I scored it and didn't cut it, and then when I went to go cut it, it kind of frayed a little bit, but okay, that'll be all right. All right, so scoreboard. And on the short side, which is 5 1/8, you're going to score this at 1/2 inch. Oh, not with a pokey tool, you're not. You're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 1. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. 1/2 inch. You kind of just get it started and then put your finger up at the top. You can pull it down. 1/2 inch is kind of hard. Okay, and then on the 7 1/8 inch side, the long side, we're going to score this at 1 3/4 and 2 1/4 on both sides. 1 3/4 and 2 1/4. Okay, now I know that that's all of the scoring. Put that one away, and I'm going to bring out my bone folder and go over all of those folds now that we scored. And this is a really simple box. Oops, moving around the whole thing. Okay, now it's the same on either end, and you're going to cut both ends, but differently. So just pick an end to start with. It doesn't matter which one. And let me bring in the template now. This is where we're going. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to create these little tabs. So we're going to cut all the way up. I'm going to come in at, I'm going to come in to the second score line and come up and cut up to the second score line. So come in 2, cut up 2, and then you're going to come in 1 and cut up 2. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of this whole section here, just that first rectangle and square. And then this one, we're just going to get rid of the rectangle. Okay, and then fold this back and make our tabs. There we go. Okay, so that's what we did. Now, it's easier for me to just flip this rather than trying to, so I'm just going to flip it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in to the second score line, and we're cutting out the score line. Up 2, over 2 and up 2, and then over 1 and up 2. And then we're going to cut off both sections and then just the rectangle. Okay, and then I'm going to flip that back and make my tabs. Okay, so now we're looking like the template. Okay, so now to the other side, this one's easy because now we're going to cut off all 4 sections, so both rectangles and both squares. So we're just going to come up, come in 2, cut up 2, and cut the whole, all 4 of them off. And then I like to flip it, so I'm going to come in 2, cut up 2, and cut them off. And that's it. So now we look like our template. And I'll have a picture of the template with all the measurements and everything. I will get to it, I promise. All right, so now grab your corner rounder, whatever corner rounder you have, and the side that doesn't have the tabs, so this one right here, we're going to round these 2 corners. And so this is the corner rounder that I have today. I wish Stampin' Up! Would give us one back, please. We need a corner rounder. Okay, now, essentially, you know, our DSP that's going to go on here. Remember how we kept it in the pattern? That one's going to go here, and this one's going to go here, right? Like this. Okay, so this one just happens to be right here, so I need to round the bottom 2 edges of that one. So if you're using a pattern that has directional, just make sure your pattern is cut in landscape, and you're going to round the 2 bottom edges. Okay, and that's it for that. Let's put the box together, and then we can do some stamping and finish putting it together. So right now I'm going to grab my liquid glue. And we're just going to put these pieces on here. Do you guys like making your own patterned paper? Fill up a whole sheet of white with a whole bunch of colors, patterns with florals or, you know, subtles, whatever you like. Okay, now this one, the large one goes here on the back. And this is where I was telling you about that these are not going to match up. And if that bothers you, then you just have to stamp it twice. Or you have to stamp it in two different, you have to stamp the one and then you have to stamp it again. So I'm not bothered by it because it's going to be on the back. And you're not going to see it. What you're going to see is the front. So when you come this way with, oh, good Lord, I thought I lost it. We got to clean this up. This is where I messed up on the, when I was cutting my paper. Jeez. I look like I'm new, right? Okay, so then this is going to go like this. And you just want to make sure that your pattern matches. If that matters to you. It matters to me, so. It's got to be all matchy-matchy and go in the same way. Except for the back, because it's not going, you're not going to see that continuous pattern. You're going to see that continuous pattern on the front when the box closes like that. So cute, right? Okay, so then let's grab my take your pick tool again. Oh, we didn't put the adhesive on. So with it this way, we've got to put the tear and tape on these edges. And you want to go all the way to the edge. So from the score line up to the cut line there, but you want to try to go all the way to the edge so that your treat is going to fit. And then again, all the way to the edge. And cut that off. And then if the template flips, and we're going to do the little tabs on the opposite side. Oops. There we go. Sticky business. Okay, so we're done with the template. I'm going to remove the liner right here on these tabs, and then grab my, I didn't even show you guys what the project was. Here's the gum, the pack of extra. So it doesn't matter what flavor it is, this box fits this size. So I'm going to put this in here, and this folds up like this. These tabs are going to go in, and then this comes up and over. So what I want to do is take this folded edge and line it up with this cut edge. So I'm just going to press that together like that, and then do the same thing on the other side, the folded edge to the cut edge. And then I kind of like to put my gum in there and make sure that glue grabs really well. And then we'll take this part off, this adhesive liner off. And you just want to kind of squeeze these sides in just to make sure that your cut edge is lining up with that folded edge on both sides. Making sure it's just squared up, right? So then you have all of your adhesive on there, okay? Cute so far, right? All right, so let's do our stamping. So I've got Granny Apple Green, Memento Black, and Sweet Sorbet. What are your favorite? Do you guys have this set? What are your favorite combinations? At Bingo, we used Melon Mambo and Lemon Lime Twist and Pool Party, and it was so pretty. Let me see. Oh, I'm looking for my stamps that are right in front of me. Okay, so let's grab, I've got a couple of scraps here. And so, you know what, I'm going to bring in my mat too, because my desk is not exactly smooth. And so I'm going to bring this in. So if you take your slice here and stamp it as close to the edge as possible, it'll help you with the punching. And hopefully my head's not in the camera. Sorry, I bet it was. My crazy hair today. Okay, and then we're going to take Watermelon Wonder. God, I love that color. Hung up on watermelon stuff, but I have to stand up. Shouldn't get my head in there. Granny Apple Green for the rind. Whew, I didn't mess up. Okay. Phew. A lot of pressure. And then I'm going to do my seeds in Memento Black. Just like that. And then I need to punch out a modern oval. And then while I have that there, I'll show you the trick to punch this out. Since we went all the way to the edge, this rounded part is going to line up-ish. I mean, it's not exact because a watermelon's not drawn with completely straight edges, but it's good enough, right? And then if you didn't get all the way to the edge, you can then, because I want to leave a little bit of the white, so you can kind of clean it up, and then that's a little too much white. So I'm just going to come with my scissors. You can also just cut it out by hand, but I'm just showing you can do it in the punch. All right, so this is going to go like this, and I'm going to bring in the Happy Birthday, and this is from Swedish Cherries, and the sentiment is too long, so I'm going to show you how to stack it so that we can fit it on our card right here. So I'm going to I'm just going to open up my chamois because I'm going to have to stamp this and clean it. Okay, so let me see. I think we're done with all of this. Let's try to prevent a disaster and put all of this away. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the Sweet Sorbet, and I'm just going to ink up Birthday. This is what's great about photopolymer stamps, because you can see right through it. So I'm just inked up Birthday, and I know that I want that. I'm going to have to stand up. It's going to go right up here at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to clean it so that I can turn it around and grab Wishes. You could also do this with your Stampin' Write markers. You can color it. And then I'm going to stamp this kind of like right under. There we go. So yay, now you took a long sentiment and stacked it so it fits your project. Hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Thank you, friend. Okay, so that's it with the stamping. Let's bring our box back in. There's our pieces. I've got the Sweet Sorbet twine here. This is one of the colors that's retiring at the end of April. So now's the time to grab your stuff. If you like this color, make sure you grab your cardstock. Make sure you have an ink refill, please. That's the main thing that people always regret after it's gone, is that, you know, oh, I don't have any more ink. Yeah. So grab an ink refill. grab the cardstock. This comes in a 5-pack of twine with all the colors. And that's way too long. So even for me, let me shorten this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I just wrapped it around twice. And we're going to have to bring in, Mrs. Grossman. So hang on a second. Mrs. Grossman's going to make an appearance. She helps me out a lot. So here we go. Mrs. Grossman will hold that for me since I cannot. And then I still got it too long, but that's okay. And then I don't have to worry about holding on to that. Okay, and then we can make this longer or shorter or whatever. And we can finesse with it at the end, but at least we've got the general idea, right? Okay, and so let's cut that off. Okay, so this comes in a 5-pack, and all 5 of those colors are retiring at the end of April. Now what we've got is, I'm going to put this down a little bit because it was catching on the box earlier, so we'll see. Okay, so we've got to have some fun with some dimensionals because why not? And I'm going to use, the fine motor skills are very affected by carpal tunnel and tendonitis. So what I want you to do is, this is going to be our like tuck flap, and it's going to tuck behind here, and that's going to be our closure. So I know that I can come quite a ways over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flat edge of the dimensional and meet it right at where the bottom of the lid is. I don't want to seal it down, but I want it to be, it's going to act as like a stopper, like a bumper. And I'm going to do 3 right here. And I'm making sure that I'm going with the flat edge of the dimensional. I'm going right up to the edge of the flap. Okay. And then because, you know, I want it to be really supported, I'm going to put 2 more down here. I don't want it going anywhere because you are going to be, you know, opening and closing it. So, and then while I've got these out, I'm going to put 2 of these on here. And we're almost done. Okay, so we're done with those. Still need those. So let's remove these backings. Okay, and then with this closed properly, you're going to bring this in. And I'm going to go just above the bottom. Okay, and so then now I know we need to bring our twine up a smidge. We can tweak it now that we've got our label on. And then we'll bring our little slice over and put that right there. Okay. And then, of course, I have an embellishment for you. These carried over from the holiday catalog, the iridescent adhesive backed disc. And one of the colors is Granny Apple Green. So I've been using these a lot with the, I'm just going to use the pokey end part. And this is the hard part of, like, you know, where the heck do these things go? So I'm just going to kind of fill up some of this white space here with a fun sparkly embellishment. And then just to go a little more overboard, let's bring in Stella. And let's glam up our watermelon. This is just liquid, oh God, glitter. Little glitzy watermelon. Okay, and then now let's tidy up our bow. And there you have it. an extra sweet watermelon treat for you. Here's the one that I made earlier. So there we go. And then this just pops open just like that. And then it goes right back behind the label and it'll stay closed for you. So cute. I hope you guys love it. Yay. Thank you. Don't forget about next weekend, my big crafting de-stash sale. I've got Dollar Tree items that, you know, I paid $1.25 for, but they're in excess. They didn't get used this past year or so during craft fair, and I really don't have any place to store it all. Plus, I've got some finished product that I'm going to be selling for, like, I've got $3 and $5 items. I'm going to be doing a lot of Easter crafting supplies, so it's time to start getting ready for Easter. Remember, Easter comes early this year. It's March 31st. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. So this is next weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, right here on Facebook Live at 6:30. So I'll be back here at 3 on Friday for our Facebook Live, and then Friday night we're going to have a party and we're going to have lots of fun. We did it last month with BOGO and it was tons of fun. Bingo is also next week on the 22nd. And yes, Gail, I saw your registration come through. Thank you, my friend. Gail is coming to bingo. It is online via Zoom. So you just have to be able to log into Zoom at the comfort of your own home with, yeah. So that's the registration for that closes on, I believe, Monday. But I'm not certain. But I will put the link for the registration and all the things that I talked about in the description of this video once the live is over. So next week we have bingo on Thursday, my de-stash sale on Thursday or Friday and Saturday, and then my ice cream swirl class just went live. This is an in-person class or to go. This is the projects. We're using the ice cream swirl. You can add this on if you don't have it. You can add it on at the bundle price, and I cover the tax and shipping. You get a quarter pack of the lighter than air designer paper. You get a whole pack of the adhesive backed rainbow dots along with the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. And then you get 6 projects. And so here is a fun little gift card holder that I designed. We've got a fun fold card, in that fun? And then we've got 3 cards. And this one happens to have a matching treat. Little Debbie birthday cake. Birthday snack cake. So yeah, so that class is March 2nd at Trilogy Pizza out off of Stone Oak. It's $32, and if you need it mailed to you, it's $39. The registration is going to go live just as soon as I get off here and I can hit that button, and I will share that registration link with you. I just had confirmation from the owner right before I went live, so it's all set up and ready to go. I just need to share the link. So I'm so grateful for you hanging out with me for a little bit today, watch me make my extra sweet watermelon treat for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see some of you Thursday, but hopefully the rest of you on Friday. Bye.